you believe it? This Nigerian football coach was duped, left stranded in Tunisia, suffered ethnic bigotry in Nigeria, and has now become a globally acclaimed football coach in Dubai, UAE. That's the story of Sylvester Ayere. Welcome to JMTV.
That the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me.
Wow, Coach Ayere, you actually suffered issues like ethnic bigotry in Nigeria, your own country, and also you were left stranded in Tunisia. How did you survive and become a globally acclaimed football coach in Dubai, UAE?
Like I said, it's all about what you want to achieve in life and how far you want to go. So while I was facing all those things, my end goal has always been I need to get to the very top. So I think that was what helped me to not to fall into depression, because it's not easy. After being duped by an agent, you find yourself in Tunisia, in a country that you don't speak their language, is French. Nobody to talk to. All what they promise you in Nigeria is piracy. So you have to find a way to survive. And coming back to Nigeria, the whole disappointment look. After you've resisted so many people hope up that you're going to make it, then you came back empty-handed, you know. So those psychological pressure and depression was real. And I think that was the turning point in my life, because that was the point I made a decision to go into coaching in Kaduna. But then even as a young coach in Kaduna, I knew obviously I was a very, very good footballer, a very well-trained footballer. But I had to make a decision, because the story of an average Nigeria is if you don't have a sponsor, you can't make it in football. And my only shot to success was the money the agent took from me, because this was money that my dad has to sell his cars, my mom has to close her shop, my elder brother has to sell his land to give me the money to travel out, because there's so much belief in what I can do. But when the whole money was taken away by a fake agent, they're coming back home, everybody sees me as a failure. So, you need to now ask yourself some reality question. Can you still continue playing? If you continue playing, who is going to sponsor you? Because we might want to take it. That is the fact. You need a sponsor to make it. But I don't have. I just, okay, fine. I can't keep playing football. I keep pushing. So let me just go into coaching. Since I have so much passion in coaching, and that's how I went into coaching. So I think what happened to me in Tunisia was more like a turning point in my life to fully go to coaching. And I said to myself, if I'm going into this coaching at this young age, I need to be certified. One, I need to be different, because I look around me, I look at the coaches around me, I look at their lifestyle. It's not the kind of lifestyle I want to have. I remember I used to say it in Kaduna when I started coaching. I used to say I like quality life. Like I like quality life. I used to look at Mourinho, the way they used to go on vacation, Pep. I wasn't seeing such in Nigeria. So the gap was huge. The Nigerian coaching, because we believe is coaching all about sacrifice. You train this young boy, he grow up, they remember you, give you one jersey, they say, now this coach train this player, now this coach train me KOB, then you see the man walking, trekking, and I know this is not, so I had a choice to make. Okay, if you are going to coaching, I didn't see any successful coach around me to say, okay, to emulate as a role model. So that woman, hard-working coach, who we're not doing, in quotes, that way, or should I say, the kind of life I want to live. So I had a choice to make. If I'm going to coaching, I want to live a quality life. So that was my watchwords, quality life. Wow. I want to go on vacation.
But after you got duped by a fraudulent agent and you were stranded in Tunisia, I know how it can be in that part of Africa, North Africa, especially when you're Nigerian and you're from sub-Saharan Africa. When you don't even speak French, you don't speak Arabic. Those two languages are key. How were you able to find your way back home, one, and then to pick up yourself and still pursue your dream? It can be very difficult, right?
Yeah, like I said, why in Tunisia? Like I said, I got to Tunisia. The whole agreement was you're coming to pick me from the airport and take me to the club for trial. So I got to Tunisia. There was nobody at the airport. So that was the beginning of my life in Tunisia. So there was nobody at the airport.
Now only you are back home.
There was nobody at the airport. 90% couldn't speak English. So I had to find my way around, from there. And luckily, I was able to establish 1 or 2 contacts. I went to the trial. They say they can't sign. I was too young.
You went to a trial yourself, by your own self, not the one the agent promised you.
And I have to find a way. And they say they can't sign a young. I was too young. I was good, but I was too young. They needed somebody like 28. Then I was 20. So then I had to find a way to survive. And I started doing car wash in Tunisia. Started doing a whole lot of stuff just to survive. But I quickly realized that I can't stay in Tunisia because I saw a lot of Nigerians there who have stayed there 10 years, 8 years, still struggling to pay house rent. I know that's not my mindset. I already know. I don't not. If I stay in Tunisia, try to say, okay, I don't want to go back because of the shame. That would be a big failure on my own part because I know I can't make it to Tunisia. I don't have the foundation yet. That's it. Why not go back to Nigeria and create a foundation so that when next we want to travel, you have a solid foundation in Nigeria. I think that was what gave me the morale to go back to Nigeria. And I went back and I went straight to coaching.
Amazing, Coach Ayere. The story is so beautiful and so inspiring. So you had to do petty jobs like car wash, boy, like they call it back home in Nigeria, just to survive in a strange land. And then you somehow gather some resources and came back home, but you didn't give up. You picked yourself up again and started gathering resources to pursue your dream. Now, how has it been so far, especially when you went into coaching in Nigeria? How was it for you? How was the terrain? According to, I heard that you also suffered ethnic bigotry, even in your country, Nigeria as well. Can you tell us part of that story?
Well, Nigeria is big. Nigeria is big. My own part is not the majority. We have the majority. We have the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo, which are mostly dominant of Nigeria. So if you're not from Edo State, the smaller part, Benue, you are trying to now make a name for yourself in a vicious environment. Because coaching is very vicious. It become a problem. So I remember my first direct threat I got was in Kaduna. Then I had zero qualification. Then it was just pure passion. I just want to coach. I remember working with one elderly man. So somehow I was the head coach of that team, and he was supposed to just assist me. So he was having problem with that. So in his mind, how can this small boy
Be my head.
It's not done. You're like, why am I even coaching? I should go and play. That my mate play. So he was not trying to force me to play.
You're famous for a particular football style of coaching, which is called the proactive protagonist. Like, you're famous for this, both home and abroad. Can you tell me about what you mean by the term proactive protagonist and how does it work in football?
Well, basically, the word proactive is somebody who doesn't wait for things to happen before you react. You initiate. From the word proactive. And like I said, I'm a proactive person. I don't wait for something to happen before I start to do a solution. I love to be the one
Making things happen.
the move. So when I'm coaching a team, I always love my players to be in charge. So
Not to react.
not to react to what the opponent is trying to do. No, you react to what I'm trying to do. So that's where the word proactive. Now, protagonist is somebody who wants to be in the spotlight.
Wow, you coined this term yourself.
Yeah. So then that's what proactive protagonist. A protagonist is somebody that love to be in the spotlight. Like in a movie, you want to be the main character.
This is interesting, Coach Ayere, because it takes a football coach with some level of education to be able to create this style and then coin this term that suits the style. I'm sure that you're one of the most educated coaches in Nigeria.
Well, I don't know if I'm one of the most educated coaches, but I know I studied a lot. I've gone to a lot of coaching education. But before I even started all my coaching education, I already have my style of play. Like I say, football is all about your belief. Football is all about what you believe. And my belief, this is what I believe. And my style of play is a reflection of my personality. I love to be in the spotlight. I love to be the main character. I love to be proactive. I don't wait for something to happen, but I think it was no. Before it happens, I've already seen it. I've already pre-assumed it. Okay, then provide solution to it. So that's why when you play my team, we are always ahead. We are always in charge. So that you are trying to defend. If you see us defending, we plan to defend. It's part of our game plan. So That's how I joined two words together, proactive protagonist.
That means you wouldn't be a big lover of Nigeria football, former football coach of the Super Eagles, the man that just took us to the last AFCON that we came second. A lot of persons thought it was just too defensive for a football coach that wanted to win the AFCON. What would you say about the coach himself?
Well, before the AFCON, I had an interview with NTA, and when I analyzed the whole Super Eagles, I actually suggested the tactics that will actually, if we play this tactics, Nigeria will go far, and that was what they played. You know, the whole 4-3 low block, because we don't have the personality to play what people think in quotes is beautiful football, like the Pep. Not everybody is.
You didn't have the material.
We don't have it. You cannot even have it in Nigeria. You cannot have someone like Stones or is it KDB?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne.
You can't have them. So why you try to play like Pep when you are an African man? Your strength is we are known for hard working. So we are known for suffering. Suffer in the pitch and get results. That is as simple as that. We are known for not to give up. We have energy, but we don't have the in-depth technicality to keep possession for a long period of time. We'll lose concentration. We'll open up the defense. And if you notice, in the first game, he wanted to play like that, and we almost lost that game. You have to switch to defensive, and we got to final. So that was him being proactive at some point. But like I say, it's football.
Now, straight to your journey to the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, where you became a global phenomenon, coaching some teams in the UAE and also recording some level of success with them, winning trophies and winning medals. How would you say it was for you to break into the UAE football industry where you became a football coach?
To be honest, it was actually very easy for me. Like I earlier said, while in Tunisia, I realized I don't have a foundation. So I needed to go back to Nigeria to create a football foundation. So when I got to Nigeria, I already have my philosophy, proactive protagonist. So I spent all my time coaching Nigeria, trying to redefine that philosophy, trying to make it strong. So I already know what I need to do, the drills, the kind of players I need and stuff like that. I've already built my personality. I've already built my confidence. I've had a certain level of coaching education. And I've built, like I said, confidence and everything, which you need as a coach. I already have my style of play. So coming to UAE, and coach is all about results. So coming to UAE, my first job I got was with United Academy. So I came to UAE March 23rd, and I got a job March 23rd. Same day. Yeah.
You were that good, Coach Ayere. You came to the UAE a particular day and you got a job on that very day.
Yeah. So I came to UAE 2 a.m. March 23rd. I got my first coaching job March 23rd, 5 p.m.
Wow. How did you do this for some Nigerians that may want to throw your path in future?
Well, like I said, I'm a proactive protagonist. Spotlight. So I've already created the media around myself. I already have pictures, my sessions on Instagram. So when I got to the coaches, I was like, yeah, Coach Ayere. How long have you been coaching? For 8 years. What have you done? I just showed them my Instagram page. Like, wow, nice. So I'm a media person. I record my sessions. Like I said, everything was like a game plan. Go back home, Nigeria, create a foundation that people can always watch. You don't need to start convincing them that you're a coach. They can say it. So that's what I did. That was my game plan. It might not be another person's game plan. That was my game plan.
I'm quite fascinated by it because what you just said is everyone who wants to travel abroad to pursue some career needs to have, first of all, built some level of foundation back home that you can now go and sell yourself based on this foundation. And that exactly was what worked for you.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, you cannot just leave a country empty. You need to be known for something before traveling. That is my own mindset. Anyway, like I said, it works for me. If you try it, it might work for you. But you need to, as a coach, you don't just dive in. Because if you dive in,
dive out.
You will not. You might still be inside, but you'll not be hungry. Like me now, I'm very hungry. I'm already thinking of how to move to Europe. You get it? So if you don't have a proper foundation, if you not necessarily discover yourself, you don't know how far you can go. So you might just get your first job and just remain there. Maybe 10 years you are there. You don't want to leave. Nigerian mindset. You now have to start building yourself. You know, block it. Don't come near me. Don't come and take what I'm used to feed my family. You see that you now see everybody as a threat. That is Nigerian mindset. Most coaches in Nigeria, they don't want to move. They want to just remain in this club 10 years, 12 years. So when you start coming close, they see as threat.
What will be your advice to Nigerian youngsters, footballers, aspiring coaches who want to go abroad to pursue their football career? We've heard issues of fake agents here and there. It's unending, actually. What will be your advice? How can we tackle once and for all the issue of fake agents defrauding our young talents?
As a player, you just need to you don't need to be desperate, because most players are afraid to. Like me, I was desperate that time. That's why I fought victim. You don't need to be desperate. You need to ask questions. You don't need to keep it a secret. Travel is not a secret. They make us believe in Nigeria it's a secret. It's not a secret. If you tell somebody, you will see travel if you want to travel. But exactly. So you'll be working with somebody, you keep it a secret. Until when the person now scam you, no. You need to ask questions. Okay, this club, is it existing? Make research. Ask people. This one I'm going to. Are they doing trials? Okay. What are the requirements in this country that you are coming? What is your plan B if you don't make it to trial? Because 95% or 98% you will not make it to trial.
Now, I was watching your social media someday. I saw you lifting some trophies. Obviously, you've succeeded in doing a lot of good things in the UAE, Dubai precisely. And you've won some trophies for your football club. And I know you're still, on the verge of winning more. Can you tell us briefly about the accolades you've won so far in Dubai?
Right. If I want to go straight to success tournament, at least we've had 2 promotions with Fleetwood as an assistant coach. Thanks to Coach Mike and Coach Andy, I've been working with them since I met them the day I came to UAE, and we are still working together till today. So Mike and Andy, working in Fleetwood. So we had our first promotion from 3rd division to 2nd division. Then from 2nd division, we moved to 1st division and we became champion. Then from the under 14, we were able to win a lot of trophies with the under 12, in Dofa League, under 12, under 14, under 11. So quite a lot anyway. Maybe 4 trophies now in 2 years.
Wow.